Now it's time to make the drawing T1.01.007. We'll utilize extruded boss base and hole wizard and chamfer. And it should be quite easy. And if you enjoy this, please try to spread this further. Since from what I've seen, it's quite uncommon that you learn SolidWorks by looking at drawings and replicating them. I wish you the best of luck. Let's get started with the drawing T1.01.007. This is a bit trickier than the last one. Not that bad though, but let's get going. I will start with a sketch, and once again I will put it on the front plane. And this time it's a bit tricky to pick where am I going to place my origo. And to be honest, I don't think there's a really good way to put it somewhere. So I will put it in the middle, in the lower side. I will make one line here, make another line heading upwards, a third one, and then a fourth one, and then a fifth one. And then I will pick this line, I will press Ctrl once again, pick origo, and I will pick midpoint. And all of a sudden I have some kind of connection to the midpoint. And before I pick any dimensions, I will add the angle itself. And I will press once again Smart Dimension. I will pick the first line and I will pick the second line. And it's very important that you pick the line, not for example one of the points, because you can't really have an angle to a point, you only have a distance. So we'll pick the line, and all of a sudden it changes so that we can pick an angle. And I will say this should be 40. Good. And now I will make this distance 130. And this one should be 80. And lastly, this distance should be 20. And now I have the general outline. I will close the sketch. I will save it though. And I will head into features. Once again, extruded boss base. And I will once again utilize mid plane. And how big should this one be? It should be 30. 30 is the thickness which is required. And all of a sudden I'm quite well off. And now it's time to add the holes. And I will start by making the holes where the pipes are going to head through afterwards. And I will pick the face, this one. 1, 2 of them. And they should be vertical to each other. Great. And now I need to pick the distance. It should be 14. Now this is great because now I only have to pick 14 once. I really don't want to make it 2 times. It will make the drawing, it will make changing the model quite a lot less fast, to say the least. And the chances of an error, well, it increases quite a lot. And the distance between this one from the lower side should be 55. And this time I have 115, but I could also do it like this if I want to have the distance in between. And I will simply write 115 minus 55. Great. There I have it. And now I'll head into type. And this time I'm just going to make the hole itself, and afterwards I will do the chamfers. So how do I go about doing this? I will pick a normal hole, not ANSI inch. I will head down to ISO, International Standard Organization, and this time I will just pick a drill size, and I should head down to 12. And it's quite important that I don't make any custom size, and 12 should be 12, nothing else. And the end condition should be up to next. And there we go. And now I will add the chamfers right away. I will head down, chamfer. It should be 1 millimeter times 45, and thus I don't really have to rotate it about. And there I go. And I will make the holes down below as well. I will pick hole wizard, positions, 2 of them. I will make a center line, and these 2 points are supposed to be symmetric around this one. And since they are in the middle of the thickness, I will put horizontal to the origo itself. And now I make him put the distance in between them. It should be 65 minus 50. 50. There we go. And then I will head into type. I will pick thread. It's a tapped hole, and this time it should be M5. Let's see what M5 gives us, and it should be blind, because at this time it's not really heading further down. And as we can see, they are not deep enough at this time. So we need to change the thread depth to 20. And all of a sudden the location hole is changed to 22.4. And why do we have 2 distances? Well, it's quite easy, because you can't really cut thread all the way down into the hole itself. And thus we need a little bit of extra space. And this time it's 2.4 millimeters. Like always, we'll keep cosmetic thread depressed, and we need a thread callout. The reasons for this should be evident once we start making drawings. And then we'll press OK. Now we should simply pick a material. We'll edit the material. And this time it's a dean material. And it's an iron. And it's this one. And I will press apply. Great. And lastly, I will have to change the description, such things. File, properties. Our description should be added, and this one is called lager block. And the finish, well, it should be blackened. That means we will burn oil into the surface. Material should be connected to the SolidWorks material. Great. And lastly, we'll put the weight in, and we'll connect this one to mass and add a key at the end, since it stands for grams. And then we'll press OK. Well, that's about it. Thanks for watching.